Hey, what's going on to all of my Scorpios out there? So let's get into it. You have the Star, the King of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Hermit, the Knight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the the Page of Wands, the Death card, and last but not least, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so um so what I'm seeing here for y'all is that the Star card, the King of Cups, and then you have the Ace of Cups. Okay, so for you Scorpios, a lot of you Scorpios really do. I'm seeing that a lot of you Scorpios are actually doing the work like I've been talking about in my videos. A lot of you Scorpios really been wanting to change, right? King of Cups. You want a relationship, Ace of Cups. You want something that is it fits you, fits who you are. It fits your lifestyle, okay? And a lot of you Scorpios want to be with that. You want that. The Star card is that in the back of your mind, you really do want that. You know, you really do want that, but it has to be right. It has to be the right person. Um, and I'm just seeing how a lot of you Scorpios are kind of willing to actually do as I've been saying, you're willing to keep learning so that you can find that right one for you. The Ace of Cups represents the type of love that you want. You want real understanding between yourself and this person. That's what it is that you want. You want to be able to have things in common with this person. The two of you actually hang out with each other, understand each other. The physical intimacy is on point. You want that, right? Um, and you can have that. That is possible. That's possible with pretty much anybody. It's just a matter of, are you willing to learn and apply what you've learned to the ones that you didn't get that from, right? Because what you're seeing is you're seeing a lot of people's ego really popping up because they refuse to adapt. They refuse to learn from their mistakes. They refuse to grow. They refuse to be like, wow, I should have did this. I could have did this. I did this well. I should have did this. They refuse to do that. You see a lot of people out here, oh, I'm the prize. Okay. Then when they get asked, okay, well, what makes you the prize? Then they can't give you a direct answer. So you know what that says? You know what that says, Scorpio? It says that they've learned nothing. They're just covering it up with hoopla that doesn't really have any real meaning. The Five of Pentacles and the Hermit represents and a lot of you Scorpios are not down with that. A lot of you Scorpios are down with learning. You're with it because like I said before, you want the real thing. And a lot of other people want the real thing. And that's one of the things that sets you Scorpios apart as of right now from a lot of the other signs. Because from what I'm seeing here is from me doing readings myself, 4 zodiac signs out of 12 are hard headed and they don't want to learn their lesson. And it's like, okay, but a hard head gonna make a soft butt because they're gonna continue to go down this road. The Five of Pentacles is learning how to abandon that ego, right? Learning how to abandon that ego a little bit. And as I said before, that video, I'm gonna make a video talking about love and why love is kind of a loss of the ego and why a lot of people they trying to bring their ego into love and they wondering why it's not working because essentially you make it into a con when you do that. And then the Hermit now represents how this is a situation where these are the people trying to con you. They think that they're so smart when in actuality, they're really conning themselves because you're trying to date for love. They're trying to date to get cash prizes and trips and all this other type of stuff. And at the end of the day, it's lame because why can't they afford all that stuff themselves. If they're so balling out of control, the way that they're trying to make it seem like, right, they have all this value and stuff like this. Why do they have? Why can't they afford that stuff, right? Like they should have the bread to travel. They should have the money or the cash flow to do all that stuff. They should. Why? What's the problem with that? But they're looking for somebody else to provide that for them. So you know what it says? It says that they ultimately cannot, and they are not in a position to provide that to themselves. Because why are they always looking for something out of somebody? Why can't they? Why can't if all these people who have approached you from the past, who played these games, were so fly, why can't they do fly things on their own? Meaning without you being in the room and with you being in the room. And then you have the Knight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. When you Scorpios are going to see what it is that I'm talking about, because when y'all out here and y'all are dating, right, you're going to see, right, Knight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, you're going to see people try to run that con. You're going to see it. How a lot of people try to act like they are what? On a high horse and make it seem like you Scorpios ain't this and y'all ain't that. Especially the ones over here and who's watching the videos and who's taking the videos to heart, internalizing it and trying out what is I'm saying. I'm sure you are seeing results that I don't miss. I'm sure you're seeing results. I promise you, I don't miss. I don't miss. And the thing is that the Knight of Wands represents they're up on their high horse and they're trying to make it seem like they have all this value. And the thing is that the Wheel of Fortune, right? The Wheel of Fortune represents this being a situation for you where what you got to understand is, um, but it's not really working out for them though, as well as they think it is. The Page of Wands is about them trying a little bit too hard, them trying a little bit too hard, them trying to play ball or trying to be, more valuable than what it seems like. And you Scorpios are just right. You even have the Death card, which represents Scorpio. So these two cards really, it says the same thing. You Scorpios ain't with it, and you're essentially dusting them. And what I mean when I say dusting them is leaving them in the dust, lapping them, right? Um, you're faster than they are, right? Mercury, speed, right? Not just physical speed, but mental speed too. Speed. You feel me? So a lot of you Scorpios are not really. You see the position that they're coming from, and a lot of you Scorpios are not with it. A lot of you Scorpios are putting an end to that stuff, where you're kind of not sizing people up. I'm not going to say sizing people up, but I mean like you're getting to know people and you're starting to see, oh, okay, such and such don't really have it like that. They're really out here faking the funk. And a lot of you Scorpios are putting an end to that. Like, nah, I can't rock with you. Why? And a lot of you Scorpios know why, because you fake and you don't want it, and you fronting like you the real thing, and you got something going for yourself when you don't have to. All they needed to do is just be honest with their situation and have self-respect. But they have so much ego problems with whatever it is that they did. It doesn't work, and they keep doing what doesn't work. They can't even change direct, like basketball or football or any kind of athletic sport that requires a lot of footwork, which is almost all of them, unless you count chess or something like this, or video games. But the point is, right? The point is that you need footwork, and they don't have the footwork to change direction. Meaning that they continue to be out here, be on the same stuff, act like they so fly, this, that, and the third, but at the same time, they won't take destiny, they won't take responsibility in their own hands, take back control of their destiny, and then turn the corner to something that actually works for them. They won't do that. But then they're out here and they're trying to make it seem like they're so fly. And the Queen of Swords is that be again, this is one of those cards where I tell y'all all the time, you can have this mentality because you're right to have the mentality to judge these people because you already know what time it is. You know that these people are not meant to be taken seriously because they're out here like have I don't know if y'all ever saw the movie Superfly with Trevor Jackson, the new one, right? The new version of Superfly, where Trevor Jackson had to go speak to uh somebody who had to put some money in his hand. But basically at first the person was trying to act like they were so big and bad and tough and all this until Trevor Jackson, who was playing Priest from the movie Superfly, basically broke the person down by telling the truth. Like, look, the diamonds around your neck are not even real. Like your house is gonna get foreclosed on. The diamonds around your neck are not real. You think just because you created a CD, and you haven't necessarily even seen the numbers on the CD, and you haven't even gotten paid, you think that money is a sure thing, and you don't even have the money in your hand, and you really in a messed up disposition. So the person ended up having some fancy car. I'm not necessarily sure the model of it, right? And Trevor Jackson in the movie was like, look, if you want me to help you pay your debt, or if you want to pay off this debt, give me the keys to your car. Give me your car. Give me the keys. Give me your keys and the car. It's mine now. And the person was like, what are you talking about? He's like, because you owe me, remember? And you in the game now. So where are we going? End up giving the keys. So the point that I'm trying to make here is don't go so hard because you don't need to. You don't need to. And this is something that myself, I even had to learn. I want to say a month ago. You don't need to, because the reason why I'm saying that, Scorpio, is you really don't need to, considering the fact that what you've got going on here is you've got yourself in a situation where you're powerful. You're already winning. If you've got something going on for yourself, you're powerful. And and I may make a video in the future talking about that, right? You don't need to flex so hard when you have power. I don't know why so many, well, I do know why, I'm just being facetious. But you see so many people who have power doing all this flexing and quote unquote posturing and trying to make it seem like they're so fly and this, that, and the third. And then when you really get into the real nitty gritty and you're like, you're just as powerful as a fly on an elephant's behind. Like, what are you talking about? You know? So let's clarify the death card, which is Scorpio. Hope y'all are enjoying it. Watch to the end. You know what I mean? Watch to the end, or watch near to the end, right? Watch the ads, please. As long as they're not too long, then you can, watch it for a little bit and then skip through. But the point is, you have the Seven of Swords, the Five of Wands, and then you have the Two of Swords, and then you have the Six of Cups. There we go. So the Seven of Swords is you've already gone off. These people, one of the last people who you was kicking it with, you was hanging out with on that level, treated you with disrespect. Five of Wands, you would have a lot of disagreements, and a lot of you Scorpios really wasn't down to take all of that. You maintained your self-respect and you left. This created a situation with them where they had an issue with that because they was blaming you for everything. But the Six of Cups is, but they seem to find their fancy self over here trying to communicate with you, even though that they're so much better than you. Then why are these people who act like and who claim like they're so much better than you so interested in trying to get back with a person that is, according to them, to when it comes to how they perceive you, so worthless? So take that into consideration. It's because you're not. It's because they're looking at you like you're the bag, because they don't have They don't have money of their own. They're not very accomplished. Why why is it that you think that people who are very accomplished and have a sense of worth don't have to take and take and take without really giving back anything of substance? Anyway, so let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Anybody who has real worth can give and they take. So to clarify the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Tower, which also represents Scorpio, the Moon, the Eight of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. So the Tower here represents, to clarify the Wheel of Fortune, the Tower here represents when these people try to come back, they will use physical intimacy as a way of getting their foot back in the door and making everything good with you again as payment. Disgusting. Disgusting. And then you have the tool, you have the Moon, which is, some of you Scorpios may decide to do what you do and still leave them alone anyway. Some of you Scorpios may decide to say no and leave them alone. The Eight of Wands is that pretty much it's a toss up. It really is a toss up. You know, like I said, some of you Scorpios will do that. Some of you Scorpios may not. Point is, a lot of you Scorpios are not going back. You're just going back for a short time. You're going back for 24 hours. You know what I mean? Or up to 24 hours. The Eight of Wands is that, but you understand that you have other things going on. The Ten of Pentacles, and you know that you're not really going to be rocking with it. Some of you Scorpios may decide to pay. Now, if that's up to you, then it is what it is. But a lot of you Scorpios may understand that, you know, the relationship is so done between yourself and this past relationship, this person that you once had a relationship with. Now they're basically putting themselves on display, if you catch my drift. I don't suggest that you Scorpios play that game. You know what I mean? I don't suggest that. But if you want to, it's up to you at the end of the day. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to get this YouTube channel to 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Okay. Please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and set the notification bell to all so you can get notified whenever I drop these videos. Peace. Thank you.